let's talk about the tragic killing of a woman in Oregon who is a beloved nurse and newlywed. Melissa Jubane was found dead on September 6th, just 2 days after being reported missing. Her neighbor was arrested, accused of murdering her. But police are being tight-lipped about what led up to Melissa's death and the alleged killer's motive. Here's what we know. Melissa married her husband on August 25th in Hawaii. On September 4th at 6 a.m., Melissa had her last contact with her husband. At 10:18 a.m., a welfare check was done after she didn't show up for work at Providence St. Vincent Medical Center in Portland. At 3:12 p.m., Melissa was entered into the missing persons database. After that, friends, family, and coworkers started organizing search parties themselves, doing whatever they could to find her.
It's something that, is a BIPOC community, people of color, marginalized groups, especially young women too. It's important to look out for those kind of groups.
We have a very small Filipino community in Oregon, and when we heard a member of our community was missing, and a stand-up member of the community, it drove some concern.
On September 6th, Melissa's remains were found, and her neighbor, 27-year-old Bryce Jonathan Schubert, was arrested by the Beaverton Police Department. On September 9th, Schubert appeared in court virtually for the first time. Schubert is charged with murder in the second degree, first-degree kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse. He had another court hearing September 10th where we saw Schubert in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs, with an attorney present who attempted to shield him from the cameras. Schubert did not enter a plea during that hearing and remains behind bars without bail. Now, usually media is able to access court documents, such as the probable cause affidavit, which would reveal more details about the case, such as where Melissa's body was found, and possibly even a suspected motive. But those documents were sealed on September 9th at the request of Washington County prosecutors, and it's unknown when they'll be available to the public. So what do we know about Bryce Schubert? We know he was Melissa's neighbor in their apartment complex in Beaverton. We know, according to police, that Schubert is suspected of kidnapping and killing Melissa on or about September 4th. And we know Schubert was employed as a nurse at Providence Medical Center from 2022 to 2023, but he has never been employed at St. Vincent Medical Center where Melissa worked, according to Providence officials. Melissa's family gave this statement to Katu News. We are extremely grateful for the detectives and other staff working diligently on this case, for the love and support we are receiving from the entire nation, and for all the prayers. Melissa's friends and coworkers shared their fond memories of her.
She was the kind of nurse that you'd get to the unit to start your shift and you'd see she's on the schedule and you'd just exhale and you'd be like, we're going to be okay.
She was a very helpful person. She loved helping people. She had a really big heart. No matter the situation or what it was, she was always willing to help people. She loved her family, she loved her friends, she loved her dog.
A vigil was held for Melissa on September 9th, the evening following her alleged killer's court appearance, and hundreds of people showed up to pay their respects. A memorial outside Melissa's apartment building has grown with flowers, cards, and photos of Melissa, showing her as a dedicated coworker, loving friend, daughter, and new wife. For now, the why and how in this story is still unknown. Schubert is expected to be back in court later this month. But until then, Melissa's community will wait for answers.